Almost 2 years have now passed since the horrendous terrorist attacks by Hamas against Israeli citizens, which has sparked Israel's massive military operations in Gaza, killing far too many Palestinians, including scores of women and children. Yet, we now confront another appalling development in Gaza. New, deadly IDF ground operations, forcing hundreds of thousands of exhausted and starved Palestinian civilians out of Gaza City. We strongly oppose these vast land and air attacks. It is deeply troubling that the endless humanitarian suffering of Palestinian civilians in Gaza still persists, while 48 Israeli hostages are still brutally held by Hamas. With the ongoing restrictions on the entry and delivery of humanitarian aid in Gaza, along with a total breakdown of law and order, innocent civilians are being starved. The IPC report last month indicating that famine was already happening in Gaza City was yet another wake-up call for this Council. Against this backdrop, the Republic of Korea has participated as one of the elected members of the Council on a new endeavor to pursue an outcome of the Security Council, demanding a ceasefire and the release of hostages, as well as an urgent increase of life-saving assistance based on the proven UN humanitarian system. We believe that the draft resolution tabled today contained important elements to forge meaningful improvement on the ground at this critical moment. Thus, it is deeply, deeply regrettable that the latest efforts by the E10 could not garner the support necessary for its adoption today. Despite this failure, we believe that today's result shows once again the collective voice of the vast majority of the international community. Thus, an immediate ceasefire must be put in place. All hostages must be released, and most urgently, a genuine surge of dignified humanitarian aid at scale, based on long-standing humanitarian principles, must be ensured. All efforts to expand humanitarian aid should be supported. But we clearly witnessed during the ceasefire earlier this year what was the most efficient way to have palpable outcome on the ground. Indeed, the vital work by the UN and its partners must be guaranteed. Aid seekers should be protected, and the fighting must come to a complete halt. On this occasion, we reiterate our firm support for the humanitarian organs of the UN, including OCHA and UNRWA. Civilians in Gaza, as well as hostages and their families, have suffered too much and far too long. The Republic of Korea urges the finalization of a deal to secure an immediate ceasefire and release of all hostages, leading to a permanent end to this war. We do not believe that today's unsuccessful effort is meaningless. Instead, we hope these efforts can help illuminate a path toward a durable peace and stability for all in the region. I resume my function as President of the Council. The representative of the United States has asked for the floor to make a further statement. You have the floor.
Because there were several references to a report that was released earlier this week by the so-called Commission of Inquiry, the United States wanted to clarify the record. To be clear, we consider this a slanderous report that lacks any credibility. This report presents lies and distortions to the benefit of Hamas. The commissioners who wrote this report have a record of bias that are in violation of the United Nations' own rules of impartiality. This is a clear example of the Human Rights Council's moral bankruptcy and why the United States ended its participation in this body. It is long overdue that the Commission of Inquiry be eliminated and that its anti-Semitic witch hunt be put to an end.
I thank the representative of the United States for the statement.